Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jerry.
And we are the Military Collectibles Shop.
But you know who we are, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. Unless you've stumbled across our video after watching a Taylor Swift kitty video or something. Anyways, we've got some more military stuff to share with you. It's been another busy week. A real interesting smattering of stuff in. So it's fun to share some of the stuff that we got. So a little bit of everything from Civil War, World War II,
to Vietnam.
To Vietnam. Yeah, thanks, Mark. So an interesting smattering. So without further ado, Mark.
All right.
What do you got?
Let's see. We have a German artillery NCO hat. Well, the eagle seems to be a little loose, but
hats are hats. Some of you may remember a while back we got in a set of U.S. Army World War II unit flags. This actually was another one that came from the same source, from the 100th Division.
Or the 001 Division.
Oh, am I backwards? No.
001.
From the 100th Division. But a very, combat division, fought in Europe. Nice unit flag. These were only used for a while at the divisional level, where they didn't have a regimental flag. So that was a very nice find.
A nice German Red Cross belt buckle.
Looks like aluminium.
Yes. Aluminium.
This just came in last night. This is actually, it's a U.S. Army shirt, but it's actually got aggressor or opposing forces insignia on it. So the aggressors were guys who they were normally career Army units that would field units to fight in war games against and help train, regular troops. So, a lot of times National Guard troops would go up against regular Army troops, or different divisions would go up. But they came up with a wide variety of aggressor uniforms to simulate fighting with other countries. At some point, they stopped calling them aggressors because they felt it was too aggressive. And they kind of used to look like Russians. I don't know where they got that idea, but so they started calling them opposing forces, or OPFOR. Because the Army apparently doesn't like big words. So, but kind of neat. I actually collect aggressor stuff myself, and it's kind of neat to find a tunic with the weird insignia on it. So, that was cool.
We got a second class World War II Iron Cross. Nice condition.
Those are always good to find.
Very popular to collect.
Got in a couple knives. The one was a British, and I forget the exact designation of it, but it's a British survival knife, very thick blade edge, spine, kind of similar to our smashette. I think this is from the 1950s, and then a World War II era 8-inch Western knife. And the Westerns always had kind of a really nice mirror finish bluing to them. So a little bit of finish left on this one. But again, the longer 8-inch, which is a little rarer than the 6-inch that you normally encounter.
I believe this is a World War I German rifle grenade. I could be wrong about that.
It's an egg grenade.
Is it an egg grenade?
Didn't they just throw it?
Well, okay.
I don't know. We'll hear from our ordnance guys. You guys are idiots.
You should study this stuff before you put it out there.
And you won't be wrong. Got a Civil War cross belt plate, the Eagle plate, leaded back. That was worn on the U.S. Union side for the cross strap thing that they wore.
We get a Nazi party badge.
Always nice enamel on those.
Yes.
Got in a couple sets of Sterling wings, U.S. Army World War II Army Air Corps wings, and actually our Army Air Force qualification bars, which are nice, all Sterling.
We have a Adolf Hitler tobacco card book that's completely filled.
The Germans love collecting things, and Europeans love collecting things. And so, kind of like American baseball cards, the Germans they would collect these different card sets and picture sets in tobacco and cigarette packs. And then they would buy a book to paste them all into. So there was actually, I think at one point, I know we've had 22 different cigarette card albums. The two most popular ones are Adolf Hitler and Deutschlander Wache, Germany Awake, which were kind of early propaganda ones. But you'll also see Kampf in Westen, which was the battle in the West. There was a Eastern Front one. There was a 2-volume series on the Olympics. The Germans really used the propaganda to their benefit, and so the cigarette cards are neat because they're collectible on their own. Each card has a picture on it and has description on the back, so you can collect them on their own. And it also tells you what book, what series, what page to paste them into if you'd buy the book. Oh, me. We got in a couple U.S. Civil War swords. Speaking of Civil War, not exactly the best condition one. This one's actually a Roby, which is a little bit of a rarer maker. The other one, I believe, is French made. The French made ones kind of have the tighter and more vertical grip wrap lines in the handle. But decent enough swords.
Okay, we have a cool German pipe for smoking tobacco, made out of a little
Tobacco.
Yes, a little deer antler, and it's a cavalry unit.
Yeah,
They're
that's
probably
cool.
out deer hunting or something. But these things are pretty cool. It almost makes you want to start smoking tobacco.
Don't smoke, kids. But yeah, the regimental pipes, collectors like those. They're akin, a lot of times the collectors who like the regimental pipes also like the Steins and the reservist flasks, kind of on that early 20th century? 1900s?
Yeah.
Early 1900s era, 1908, 1910, kind of from that era is kind of when we see the peaking of that kind of stuff. Got in a Japanese sword, I believe it's a police officer's sword, and a Japanese bayonet. Nothing super great, but always nice to find. Always happy when they walk through the door.
And let's see, we got a Vietnam MP grouping here. We've got Good Conduct Medal and Army Commendation Medal and National Defense Medal and Vietnam Service Medal with 3 stars. We have the cord.
His ribbon bar.
And, these are the beer can
The DIs. The unit crests for the particular MP unit. And also a Vietnamese pocket hanger patch for MP. I always associate this with an ARVN. the South Vietnamese Army unit, but maybe he wore it.
Okay, we also have a big box with good conduct metal in it, and a box of assorted insignia, U.S. military, World War II, and some later stuff.
The Vietnam guy, who is also an MP, also served in Chicago during the 1960s Democratic National Convention, and these are his passes for the Democratic National Convention. They're actually kind of interesting because they're magnetic passes. They had some kind of security system, and I think these were the first time that these type of passes were used with the certain kind of machine that they had. With the passes from the DNC. So, and that was obviously, a very historic event.
Yeah, the 1968, when there was plenty of protests happening there. And so it's an interesting piece of history.
And then also got in a little pile of French insignia. I'm not completely sure what all of this is, but some French enamel badges and some other cloth badges. There's something with a flower on it, which by itself you wouldn't really think is anything, but then there's an enamel badge, with actually the same flower on it. So whatever's up with that, I don't know. We'll find out. Our friend Rick likes the French stuff, so he'll tell us. Uniform?
Oh, yes, and we have a uniform, 16th Armored Division, shirt, pants, and the early 4-pocket top. It's nicely pressed too. That's nice to get it in that condition. Normally they're more crumply.
And then one of the last things we just got in was a, maybe you can open it up. It's a U.S. Army Vietnam era field kitchen set. So like the officers' mess set. So it's got some plates and forks and knives, a coffee pot, salt and pepper shakers, the instructions, for it. So, dated 1961, I believe made by Nash.
That's the name on the top, Nash.
So, in the original case, which is kind of neat, and it's dated 1961. So that's kind of cool. All right, we did get more stuff in, but we've kind of got it packed away, so we'll add that to the next batch of stuff that we get when we get it, and we'll show you that then. So until the next time we see you,
I'm Mark,
and I'm Jerry, and we are the Military Collectibles Shop. So thanks for stopping by. Remember to like us, subscribe, send us an email. Love hearing from you guys. And take care, everybody. See you soon.